The lost water preservation formula, not taught anymore, carried armies farther than maps ever could. If you're diving into this, you're exactly the kind of history-minded viewer this channel thrives on. Before we go deeper, subscribe to Warpaths of Europe Chronicles so you don't miss the next chapter of forgotten survival knowledge pulled straight from the dust of real campaigns. The formula begins with the old European principle of protecting water from air, light, and microbial intrusion. Armies on the move couldn't gamble with stagnant ponds or freezing streams. A dependable supply had to be carried, and European forces relied on a surprisingly simple but disciplined method: remove as much air exposure as possible, limit light, and combine water with a natural antimicrobial agent. The most common method across various regions involved heating water just shy of boiling, then sealing it while still hot into clay, leather, or early metal canisters treated with smoke, pitch, or wax. The heat killed contaminants, and the airtight seal prevented reintroduction. Some units added traces of silver shavings or dropped a small hammered silver coin into the container, a custom seen from Baltic traders to Alpine militias, because silver ions suppressed bacterial growth. The result was water that could remain safe for weeks on march. Right, so the method works because early European containers were more than simple vessels. Clay amphorae lined with beeswax created a nearly impermeable barrier, you know. Leather flasks cured in smoke absorbed phenols that acted as natural preservatives. Even wooden casks used by Teutonic and Scandinavian forces were charred inside, leaving a micro-thin carbon layer that reduced spoilage. These weren't accidental traits. They were deliberate techniques passed from guilds to soldiers. By combining heated water, antimicrobial agents, and light-proof storage, they created a portable reserve in eras when dysentery killed more troops than arrows. Modern enthusiasts can apply this directly, actually. If you're storing water off-grid, a charred wooden container or a wax-lined clay jug reduces contamination risks without modern chemicals. A clean silver coin in a sealed metal bottle still slows bacterial growth today. The preservation routine required strict discipline rather than complex tools. European armies refreshed their water before contamination, not after. Troops refilled only from sources upstream of settlements or animal activity, often marching an extra hour to do so. They heated the water immediately, sealed it while hot, and protected containers from sun exposure by wrapping them in cloth or storing them deep within wagons. The routine matters as much now as it did then. Anyone storing water long-term can, replicate this by rotating supplies regularly, filling only from verified clean sources, heating the water, sealing it instantly, and keeping it in dark, cool spaces. Reenactors who've tested these steps report that the water stays fresh far longer than untreated stored water. The original formula endures because, honestly, simplicity is harder to replace than people think. Old European forces didn't rely on complicated chemistry. They relied on repeatable practice and materials available in any village. What kept water safe wasn't magic. It was heat, seal, shield, and supplement. That same approach works today for bushcraft, off-grid living, and historical experimentation. If you want a method anchored in real European field experience rather than modern survival gimmicks, this is one worth restoring. Stay with the channel for more forgotten fieldcraft, and, well, make sure to subscribe and share this guide with anyone serious about historical survival knowledge.